Welcome back to Fastbreak Sports. We got Terry back in here. If you remember right, about a month ago he brought in some North Carolina Michael Jordan stuff. Today it's Chicago Bulls, right?
It's all Bulls today.
It's all Bulls. All right. If you guys like this type of content, click like, hit the subscribe button. Terry, let's get into it. What we got today?
All right. First one is 2007 Ultra Jam City. It's a PSA 9. Pop report is 8 on those, and 2 or higher.
So 2 or higher. So there's 2 gems then?
2 gems.
Nice. And how did this one come into your collection?
Just found it on eBay. Just starting looking for low pop cards,
Right.
and just trying to start and going that way.
Awesome. What'd you pay for it? Or do you remember?
I don't. Some of these I've had for so long, I don't remember some of them, but kind of what they're going for now, I've kind of looked. But this one's by about $250.
$250. That's a cool card. All right. What's next?
All right. 2006 Upper Deck Flight Team and Hot Pack, and I'm really not for sure what the Hot Pack means per se. I don't know if it's different type of packs that comes in, but I'm just not for sure.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
And I was working in the industry, obviously, around this time, so I don't remember this. This is a cool looking card. Did Topps do something with the Flight Team as well? It seems
Topps
like they did.
and I have some Flight Team on the very end.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I remember there. Well, this is a cool looking card too. So what's the pop report on this? This is a Gem 10.
Pop is 3 on that,
That's
and
nice.
that's runs around like 375.
375. That's cool.
So next one is Upper Deck Goodie, the mini greenbacks.
Yeah.
And it's numbered to 88.
That's
And
cool.
I bought this one here at the shop. Bob had two of these, and I sent them off to get graded, and one came back in 9.5 and one in 9. I sold the 9.
Kept this for your personal collection. So 9.5 Gem Mint. What's the pop report on this one?
Pop report is 5.
5. Well, this one's really cool. I actually remember pulling these out of packs. So did Bob have this in his personal collection, or was it in the store?
It was in the store.
In the store. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you brought
Came
it
here
from
for
home.
lunch. Came here for lunch one day, and he had them, and I grabbed them
Snagged
quick.
them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Next one is a Metal Universe Planet Metal. It's a very popular card.
That's nice. So that's a 9. What's the story behind this? Did you buy it graded, or did you grade the? Yeah, send this one in.
Let's see. I bought that one raw.
Bought that raw.
Yeah, online, and got a 9. Pop report is high on that one. It's 174, but they still go for a decent amount. Just collectors really like that card.
Yeah, it's pretty. Straight 9s on this one. So 9s across the board for the subs. So all right, cool.
Next one is a couple different versions of this card. Finest back in the day had different. They had borderless. They had border refractors, and silver, gold, and this one's a silver. It's a beautiful card. It's one of my favorites.
And did this one have a cover on it, a film that you peeled off? Because I know some of the Mystery Finest back then did.
I don't think this version did, because I got another one coming up, and it doesn't either. I don't think these versions
These
did.
didn't. Okay. I remember I collected a lot of baseball back when these Mystery Finest were a popular like subset or insert set, and the whole thing was, do I peel the front off of it, or do I leave it with the peel? Because the peel made it look ugly.
See, I like the peel on there. I would pay more if it was a 9.5. I would pay more to have the peel on there, because that's the way it actually came.
That's the debate was. It looks so pretty when you peel it, but if the peel's on it, it kind of preserves its natural state out of the pack. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
And there's no right or wrong. It's just what you like.
Sure.
And then here's the gold version, the gold refractor. The silver wasn't a refractor, but this one.
So what did those go for as far as?
The silver is probably, what was it? Right around like 1,000, and then the gold in the 9 is about 1,500.
1,500. So I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, but what would have this been at a 9.5 then?
9.5. There's not many. The 9. Let's see here. Pop report is 43.
Okay.
9.5. There's 14 of them. I'm guessing it's probably six grand or so.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So,
quite the jump.
Yeah. And then the next 3 is kind of a set.
Oh, cool. I'll hold up a couple here.
I think we got that the right way, or is that the, or how is that? There we go.
Oh.
We can't even get this right here.
Yeah. Here. There we go.
So,
okay, I see how they go together. Straight 9.5s on all 3, looks like, right?
yeah.
Nice. So did you buy those as a set, or did
No,
you
I
come
bought them
across
all individually,
Okay.
and then sent them off to get graded, and then luckily each of them came back in 9.5.
Yeah.
So it's a neat little 3-card set.
Did you have to have multiple attempts to get them all at 9.5s? Did you have to buy different singles to do that, or just first try?
It was first try,
Yeah, nice.
so
Cool.
kind of lucked out on that. So it's pretty set when you get them all 3 together.
Would, in your opinion, if you were to sell those, and I'm not saying you are, but if you were to sell them, would you sell them as a set and get more that way, or individually? Do you think?
If I sold them all, I'd sell them as a set, but
Yeah.
it's PC.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So what do those go for at 9.5s?
3-card set, it'd probably maybe $2 grand you might be able to get out of them.
Those are pretty.
Then let's see here. Next one's Hollow View die cut from 95-96 SP. Straight 9.5s across the board and a 10 on the edge.
Incredibly condition sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold it up to the camera. I'm going to have a separate picture off to the side, but this card could be scratched so easily, and you've got a 10 on edges and 9.5 on all the other subs, so that is a very nice card. What's the pop report on that? It's got to be low.
Well, let's see here. I have it on here somewhere, and I can't find that one on here.
Nope, no worries. Approximate value on the 9.5?
I'm gonna say it's probably 2,000, 2,500 probably.
Nice. We might look up the pop report, and I'll put it, in the bottom right corner or something later. Because
I thought I had it written down.
I'm guessing that's probably a pretty low pop report on a 9.5.
I think it's probably like 30 or less.
Yeah.
Definitely. And here's another SP All-Star Gold.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Pretty card.
I love the uniform with the All-Star game. 9.5, we didn't have subs on this one. What's the pop report for him?
Pop is 39 on
39.
That. And that goes for around 400.
400.
Yeah.
It's a pretty card. It's nice.
And the next one, it's a hard card to get graded high. It's a 96, 97 metal, maximum metal, with all the red around the edges and the back.
This, I won't have a picture of the back, so I'm going to show this just a little closer. So this red here, the chipping would just be maddening to find this.
And I bought that one raw.
Yeah.
Online and sent it off, and I got lucky on that one to get a 9.5 buying it raw.
I'd say so. Do you have the pop on that one? And the
pop is 23, and running value of around $2 grand.
2,000.
Yeah.
It's kind of the cool thing about this. So I was out of the hobby for quite a few years, and when I came back, Terry was one of the first people I started talking to about these inserts. These things weren't this value back in the mid-90s, late 90s, not even close. So not only did, COVID kind of reignite the urge for people to go back and find these. The prices have just been crazy. I mean, stuff like this would have been $20 probably back in the 90s, right? 50 at the most.
Yeah, 50 at the most. Some of this stuff. You might, some of these might have been 100 or something, but not many of them back in the day.
It's just crazy. What's next?
Crazy. It's two different versions, a gold or a copper and then a blue from the reflections. It's sort of like a refractor like, but and the copper is numbered to 99. And then I got a blue one coming up.
Okay. 10 centering, 95959. That's nice. All right, let's see the blue.
Pop, and pop is 6 on that.
6?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Then the blue one is just numbered to 49.
That's really nice.
And the blue is pop of 6.
See, I don't remember these. I don't know if we just didn't get much of this product back in 06, 07, but I don't remember this card in the least bit, and that's nice. So what's the value on that being such low pops?
The copper runs about 1,500, and then the blue, I haven't seen one sold, but just kind of a guesstimate, probably 4 to 5 grand possibly.
That's wild. That's a pretty card.
Then here's another Reflections from Upper Deck. Red number 100, number 2 out of 100.
10, 95, 959. Oh, how many of these are out there at a 9.5?
Pop of 4 on that.
Well, I guess there's only 100 of them, so that's another thing too. And I think we probably have talked about this in another video, but something numbered out of 100 in today's product doesn't have the same, bells and whistles as something numbered to 100 back then because of the sheer number of cards they produced. So this was an incredibly hard pull back in 05, 06. So,
and a lot of cards pulled back then, they didn't have the value, so you could just easily just brush right on by it, not know what you have, and it's still in a shoebox case or something in a closet.
Right.
So
somebody who was 10 years old put it in a 9-pocket page and it's just sitting in a closet right now. And
a lot of these are, because if you don't just open a pack and you don't realize it's numbered, it just you don't know.
It's just like just a star card in a box.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's that going for if you haven't said already?
No, that's around 4 grand.
4,000. It's an incredibly nice card. All right.
And then I've got example of 2, like you and I were talking, a peel and no peel.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm glad I brought 2 of these in. They're the Veteran Rookie. It's a beautiful card, finest product, and both PSA 10, and one is peeled and one is not peeled.
Okay, all right.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So me, I like the peel, or the with the peel on there, because that's the way it came.
Yeah. And
you prefer the...
It just looks prettier. The aesthetics look prettier, but I totally get why a collector would want the peel on there. I mean, I'm going to have this set up, but I don't know if you can see the black lettering up there that says Topps Finest Peel and Remove. So they're actually asking you to, but what's the price difference for a peel and a non-peel?
There's really not much of a price difference.
That's surprising. I thought there would be.
There's really not. The pop on those without the peel is 8.
Okay.
And with a peel is 14.
Okay. Well.
And both of them are probably in the $1,400 range.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's just a beautiful card, and I already had one, but I saw a while back another one available, so I went ahead and got it, just because it's a beautiful card, and I wanted one of each.
That's cool.
So I'm glad you brought that up.
That's wild. We didn't talk about any of this before the video, so that's awesome coincidence.
So when you brought that up, I was like, he'll be surprised what I got coming up.
That's awesome.
So another popular card is the Ultra Scoring Kings. A lot of people like the Scoring Kings. The first Scoring Kings is the really popular one, but this one is really popular
96,
too. And there's another version of this called Scoring Kings Plus.
Okay.
And it goes for more than this one.
What's the nitty gritty here?
Pop is 18.
Okay.
On that, just it's a real hard card as well to get graded, especially with the black on the back. And going rate is around 2,500.
Yeah, that's That's pretty cool. I remember these, and I'm sure Bob's hopefully has some of these in his personal collection. But yeah, you're right. This back border here is almost impossible to find that doesn't have shipping. So, all right. I see the next card. This one I'm sure we probably had in the store at one point in time.
It's a 97 Ultra Gold Medallion. It's a beautiful card, and it's another hard one to get graded with all the silver and the just extremely hard card.
Well, it doesn't help that the back border too is colored as well, so chipping's probably a problem there. These weren't. Now, do you remember what the odds were in Gold Medallion a box? Did you get like 4 a box?
I never did break. I never did break
huh?
packs really back then. I got out of collecting and then I got back in.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
If I remember correctly, the Gold Medallions, I think you got like 4 a box, maybe 6. And so getting a Gold Medallion wasn't hard. Getting the player you wanted. Was the hard part. So, if this was a 250 card set, I mean, start doing the math to get Michael isn't an easy task.
Yeah.
So what's the pop report there?
Pop is 46.
Yeah.
But not being a numbered card.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And then going raids around $2,000.
2,000 on that. I'm going to ask you a silly question because you might be saving it for
Yeah.
last. There's a platinum version to this too.
There's a platinum version, and that's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say that one was the hard one. I don't know if that was a case pull on platinum or not, but it was incredibly hard to get. What was it number 2? Do you remember
the platinum? I'm not for sure.
It's low, right? It's super hard
low
to get.
And it's out of my range.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I said that as a joke because I figured they were incredibly rare. So okay, what's next?
Some people like this card and some don't because it kind of. Some people say it makes him look kind of cartoonish, but it's a beautiful card. The Hoop Skyview, and they were really hard to come by. It's not a high dollar set, but the Skyviews were approximately like 1 in like 300 packs back in the day.
Yeah. So this was insert out of just regular base hoops. So
yes.
Yeah, this would be an incredible pull. So the back too is the turquoise, then the front is that magenta color. Straight 9.5s on all subs. What's the pop report on that one?
Pop is 90 and goes for around $1,000.
Yeah, that's actually surprising that 90 were graded at a 9.5.
Yeah, it's a pretty card.
Yeah, it's really nice.
The next one is a 97 Fleer Game Breakers with Dennis Rodman and Jordan. PSA 10.
That's really nice. So the Worm and Michael on there. Card 1, Gem 10. What's the pop report here?
Pop is 21.
21.
And I bought that one. It was probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago, before everything just really broke.
Yeah.
And I think I gave it about 7 for that.
Yeah. So, Jordan collectors, do you see any of them with a higher demand for some of the other great Bulls players that played with Michael, or do they prefer him on a card by himself? Do you think Dennis brought this down or brought it up?
Here recently, they've really came up in value.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just COVID or just they're realizing the rarity of it with the PSA 10.
Yeah.
So being only 21, and it's going for about $4,500 now.
That's way more than I thought that was going to go for. That's really nice.
They've really in the past year they've went up from about $1,000 to $1,200 to the last one was being sold for around like $4,000 in the past year.
That's awesome.
So,
that's good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you win some, you lose some. Next one is it's a beautiful finest card, and this one doesn't have the peel.
Yeah.
And it is shinier, as you say.
So pretty. So, this is a great card. This will probably be on the thumbnail for the video, maybe. Very nice.
So it's a 95-96 refractor. So 9.5.
3 9.5s and a 9 on centering. Guys, centering, centering on these finest cards is probably one of the things that would knock a card down. And this one had the 3 subs at 9.5, so it kept it at the 9.5. Yeah, that's super nice. Pop report on him.
Top is 28.
Yeah.
And the value, a 9, I haven't seen a 9.5 sell anytime recently, but last week a 9 sold for $3,000.
Okay.
So I don't think you get twice that, but I think you could probably get 5 out of that possibly.
Yeah. So we're at a point in this whole PSA Beckett thing to where cards like this, where they're not numbered, but we know they're rare. You said Pop Report was 20 something on this?
Pop was 28 because each card in the set is like a 200 card set or so. This one's 229.
Yeah.
Each card had a refractor, so, and I think back in the day, what was it, like maybe 1 in 20 packs
Yeah.
maybe had a refractor, so.
Then that particular player of that is pretty hard to pull. So what I'm kind of driving at here is how many more of these are going to be graded over the next 10 years? Probably not many. People have already dug them out and sent them in to get graded. And if they're still sitting in a box, the odds of them being a high grade are, slim. Right?
Minimal,
So taking all that into consideration, and especially Jordan fans like you are going to have this in personal collections and never for sale. So when one does pop up again, the prices could come way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine what a 9.5 would sell for if you said a 9 sold for what it sold for.
3, so, you just never know.
Yeah.
All it takes is 2 people in a bidding war.
Exactly.
So that's all it takes. Next one is a popular Bulls card. It's a Topps Chrome refractor, team of the 90s.
Yes. Is this a checklist card?
It is a checklist
That's
card.
what I thought. Yeah, this thing is great. What a sweet card.
It's a very hard card to get a 9.5 on.
Well, a Topps Chrome having surface problems usually. You can also have major centering problems with this card, so a lot of things can go wrong, and it's a checklist, so this is 97, 98. Even though the aesthetics of the card are beautiful, a non-Bulls fan would see this as a checklist and probably just throw it in a box. What's the Pop Report here?
I don't have that one down here. I believe it's like 30 or less.
Okay.
And it's going value is probably around 3 to 4 grand maybe. Haven't seen one sold anytime lately with the refractor. There's a lot that are being sold just non-refractor because there's different versions, but
the refractor version is the one that's just a pretty card. For a checklist, that might be the best checklist ever made. All right, what's next?
All right. Let's see here. 96 Finest. It's kind of like the bronze version, sterling. And there's this version, which is the most common card. And then you have the silver. And then you have the gold.
Okay.
Which is the hardest to pull. But the thing with this one, it's the easiest card to pull, but it's the rarest in a PSA 10.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in the way it's cut.
Yeah, okay. I see.
And
so
pop report is only 4 of that one.
That's incredibly low. So you weren't joking.
Out of 106 that have been graded, that one's just 1 of 4.
Did you buy this already graded?
I bought that one already graded. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this one has the coating like we were talking about earlier with the refractor. That it's just a dull coating that's on it. But I'm going to take it out of this case here real quick, and when I take my picture later, you'll be able to see it better. But let's see here.
Plastic in plastic.
Plastic and plastic. We're not messing around. So have you seen those cases that go on cases for the BGS? Did you see that in Tyler's video? He pulled it out of a case. You seen him yet?
No.
I'd never seen him either, and I meant to ask him before he left. So you can see that black writing there. That's the peel that we're talking about. And you know what's funny is I remember these looking a lot duller with that peel, but these look really good still with the peel.
And a lot of times the refractors will get a yellowing over time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people collectors try to stay away from
The ones that are yellow.
Yellowing, or the acetate will get a yellowing too.
So I guess collectors might be forced to peel it if it, starts to yellow.
Could, yeah.
All right, what's next?
Another real popular card is the Ultra Court Masters. And it's another hard one to get.
I remember.
9.5 in.
Yeah. This is a 3 9.5s and a 9. Corner's got 9s on this one. I'm sure the pop report isn't very high here either.
Pop is 39.
You know how many were graded on that one? Probably not. I'm asking you questions.
I don't know how many were totally graded.
This just looks to me like a card that would have a low pop. It looks like incredibly condition sensitive. So.
And I bought that one raw and sent it in and got a 9.
Mm-hmm.
And after looking it over with Bob and just looking at it, I was like, man, this thing is super, super clean.
Yeah.
So we broke it out and then sent it back in, and it got the extra 0.5 bump.
It was that close. It was worth taking the chance.
It was worth taking the chance. And
what's that one going for?
It would probably be around 6 to 7 grand.
Yeah.
And I think back in the day, I probably gave about 400 for that.
Wow. So bought it raw, sent it in twice, and now it's worth...
Yeah, about 6.
6. Yeah. It's not a bad investment.
Not bad. So, and who knows, you can sell these, and with the way the market is right now, you could invest it in a different way.
Absolutely.
So I've thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is Jordan's first refractor, 93-94 finest.
Yeah.
And a funny thing with this one is it's got a surface 10. This is the first card of that was graded that had a 10 on the surface. The surface usually gets knocked down on that, but that is the first card that got graded at 10 on the surface. Not that it matters the price or anything, but
I mean, it could be a selling point if you were ever going to sell it. I've got the only Surface 10.
But it's not the only one now. But
at the time.
It was the first one.
Okay, I got you. It was the first one. So 2 9.5s, Cinerine got a 9, and Surface was a 10. I mean, for all you people that collect 90s basketball, it's probably one of the more requests I get for sets. People want to look through this finest and look for the refractors of their favorite players. I think we've got a bird up there from a different year, but there's been quite a lot of buzz there. So
and these did not have the peel on
right, yeah.
The first year or the first 2 years didn't have the peel.
Yeah, did not, you're right. And pop report here.
Pop is 37 out of 436 that have been graded.
Yeah, that's nice. These probably command quite a premium considering their popularity.
They are a premium. It's probably around about another 6 to 7 grand.
Yeah.
7 probably, I would say.
Yes.
And I bought that raw probably back in around 95, 96 at a card shop north of town.
Oh yeah.
And it was probably about the $100 to $200 range back in the day.
Yep.
And around 95, I think I probably gave about 150 to 200 for that.
Yeah.
And who knew?
Well, yeah, like I said, those 2 years that we're talking about, incredibly popular with collectors going back and looking for the major, especially Hall of Famers, the refractor version. Cool.
Then I got 4 left, and they're all similar.
Okay.
Then one of the flight team that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
2 of them are the same, just identical. PSA 10s.
So were these ones you sent, or did you purposely want 2 Gem 10s on the flight?
I didn't necessarily want two Gem 10s, but I already had one, and then when I was on eBay, I saw another one, and I just sent him a super low offer, and he just took it. Yeah. So
somebody needed cash. All right. Pop report here, since you own 2 of them.
Pop is 39 on those.
So you have 2 of the 39, and what do they go for?
Probably about 300 a piece.
300, okay. Then the other versions here.
Now the other two are super rare. Tyler had one of these, and then sold it. I tried. He didn't know I was wanting it at the time.
Yeah.
And it's a Flight Team Rainbow. Super rare cards.
Yeah.
It's a 50 card set, and they were 1 in 1,000 packs. So the odds of pulling a rainbow of a certain player are 1 in 50,000 packs.
Okay.
It's one of the most rare inserts.
So Tyler put this on auction. Didn't know you wanted it.
He didn't know I wanted it so bad.
Right.
And what was funny, it's a pop of 3.
Okay.
And at the time when his was on auction, 2 of them were on eBay at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So that one was on there, and the only way I could purchase it is I had to get rid of some other Jordans I had.
Yeah. Clear out the cash to buy it.
Clear out the cash to buy it.
So, since these seemed pretty low for what they were, what's the rainbow go for?
It goes for, it's around $7,000.
7,000.
So I had to sell some other cards.
You didn't have 7,000 just sitting around?
I did not have 7,000 just sitting around. I had to make do.
This you know, when I talk about pretty cards, they're usually red or some kind of shiny thing. This is an aesthetically pleasing card. Show this one.
This is another Flight Team.
Yeah.
And these are numbered to the player's jersey number. It's the Flight Team Onyx, what they called. So Jordan's number is 23. So there are 23 of this card made. If, like, Kobe was number, I think he had 2 different jerseys. I think his was 8 when they made this card. So Flight Team Onyx of Kobe, there's only going to be 8 of them.
Sure, gotcha.
And so on. So the odds of pulling these are even more rare.
Yeah, so this was 15 to 23. It's a Gem 10.
And it's a 1 of 1. None higher.
None higher.
None higher. I think there's only... there's been 4 graded, and that's the only PSA 10. And I've never seen another one for sale on any auction site.
Raw or graded.
Raw or graded. So Jordan. So
I'm gonna ask you a stupid question. You probably know the answer to. Was 23 of 23 one of the ones graded?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't know.
I just wonder. Usually, jersey number commands premium, so somebody might be sitting out there in a 9-pocket page or a top loader with 23 of 23.
Exactly.
Yeah. So being the only one, you get to set the market on this, really, right?
Could set. Yeah. I mean, I have no idea if the rainbow sells for, $7 to $8 grand. I don't know what that would. Honestly, I wouldn't probably put 20 grand on it or so.
Well, not that this would be worth your time or effort, but it would be pretty fun to just put like 40,000 on that as a buy it now and just see what kind of emails you get.
See what, because it, like I said, I got it probably 6 or 7 years ago, and I think I gave like $700 for that.
Right.
And I've never seen another one available, raw or graded, because they're all in a safe somewhere.
Yes. The method that you used to go back and purchase some of this stuff, especially when you did it, couldn't have been better timing. So
the timing was good.
Incredible. All right. Well, so if you haven't watched the old North Carolina video, go back and watch it because that stuff's really cool. But I think we can all agree that this bull stuff is incredibly rare and more, what would you say, there's a bigger demand for his bull stuff, but that North Carolina stuff is starting to still catch steam, right?
The North Carolina stuff, especially the serial numbered and the hard to find ones are they're starting to gain in popularity.
Yeah, they'll never probably catch up to the bull stuff.
I don't think they'll ever catch up to the bull stuff, but yeah.
But anyway, go back and watch that. That stuff's really cool. But if you enjoyed this video, a like and a subscription would be very much appreciated. Terry, it's always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Tim.
You bet.